Hey, happy Monday. We're talking football because that was what was on everyone's mind. It was Championship Sunday.
Struggled to get to bed.
Did you watch the end of the Lions game?
Yes. I never give up on football. Like, I don't like sleep.
do.
It was tough to go to bed. Watching the game tied 24, I was like, okay, I need to get
I kind of
sleep.
thought the Lions were. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah,
It's
you
nice
knew they
that
were
the
I felt
game
winning.
bad
was
about
at
it.
5, so it ended at like 9:15 or 9:30.
that's true.
So, I mean, I was sleeping by 10.
Most people are tired on Mondays anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So yeah, 49ers
Yeah, no
biggest
underdog stories.
comeback
No.
in the championship game in
Yeah, they're
NFL
down
history.
17 points at halftime, and they came all the way back. I mean, Detroit was on fire to start that game,
looked
and they were
great, and-
killing it. And then they went for that fourth down. Went for it on fourth down instead of
Should've
taking the
kicked the field
points.
goal,
They
and
should have
then
because
they
they
didn't-
lost by 3
Yes.
points.
And then they didn't take another field goal again. They went for it
Their head
twice.
coach is very much like, we're going for. I feel like he goes for it.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
That's
and
his thing.
Listen,
Dan
they're
Campbell is
there
very
because
aggressive.
of that, but they also lost because of that. It's
Pick and choose your moment.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Chiefs are moving on. The Ravens, there were so many moments. I was very upset with Flowers because he
he fumbled into the end zone.
that after he pushed the guy down and they lost 15 yards
For taunting.
He's a young
for
young
taunting.
buck.
And I was
Young
like,
rookie.
dude, you were
Stud.
so close. So, I mean.
That's the
it's
best
like,
team.
ugh.
Yeah.
I think that
Well-
might be the best team, but you're playing Kansas City. And every time you write off Kansas City, they just win.
They were the underdog in that game.
Which is, you can't even put Kansas City and underdog in the same.
Yeah, and you know what?
The
They're gonna
stats do it.
They're going to go
you
into
know?
this game saying that nobody expected us to be here and we're the underdog. No, you're Kansas City.
You've
I
been at the
know-
Super Bowl the last 5 times,
Yeah,
right?
I'm so tired of that.
They went to the
Are we
AFC
tired of them 'cause
Championship.
we're
Was that
jealous?
6 straight years? 7 straight
Yeah,
years?
something like that. There's been a Brady or a Mahomes or the Patriots or the Chiefs in every championship game since like 2005 or something like that.
I
Some
want to know
crazy
what it's like to
statistic.
be a winning team, and be hated.
It'd be boring. I know
Would
that
it
they.
be?
Well, here's the thing. They think it's so exciting that you cannot replace a losing team like Miami or Buffalo or
Mm-hmm.
the Vikings. If we won the Super Bowl, that'd be the greatest day of my life.
I would cry. I would legit cry if we
Oh,
won
I
the
would
Super Bowl.
bawl my
Yeah,
eyes.
Your
I would
kids
it'd be
were
tears.
born and your marriage, but that would be the moment of your
right
life.
Right now, it's
Right.
children married, and then the Vikings are third right now for the Minneapolis Miracle. That would jump to number 1
Okay.
if we win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry. Oh, no, it's true though. It's great. So $8,000 right now is the cheapest ticket on Ticketmaster
And that's
to go to the Super Bowl.
That really sucks. The Super Bowl
That is way too much.
It should be accessible to the fans that want to get to the game. The ride or die hardcore fans that have been waiting to see their team play in the Super
Celebrities will
Bowl.
buy them up. Rich,
of
the rich.
accessible.
the tickets of those games, that's not what the NFL makes their money on.
It's the advertising and
You know what I'm
all
saying,
that.
right?
Realistically, though, we were saying,
on.
if your teammate, like the Dolphins made it or our Vikings made it, would you pay $8,000 minimal ticket, like nosebleed seats? I wouldn't.
That's too much.
It's tough because I
That's like a
want
car.
a Dolphin Super Bowl more than I want oxygen. Like take away the oxygen now, I'll be fine. I need a
No,
Dolphin
you
Super
wouldn't.
Bowl.
You're with me.
You wouldn't.
You're with me. It'll be
fine.
the greatest moment of your life if they won the Super Bowl.
It would be.
No,
It'll
because
never,
I don't have kids.
I feel
Like-
like it'll never happen for Dolphins or the Vikings.
I feel like because you're gonna
I'm
maybe
starting to agree
go
with you
with
because
one other person
you have
to the
such a
game.
good team. Too.
Yeah.
You'd have to go with someone, so that's 16
Yeah, I'm not
grand.
gonna go by myself.
Hotel stay, everything's really
Go by
expensive.
I
don't know.
thought Miami could do it this year, man. I'm honestly,
thought
I'm
so, too.
sorry.
Ugh.
That's a good football team.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. Our teams didn't make it. So now we don't know who to root for.
No.
I was telling my husband last night, I'm like, you know what? Part of me wants to root for the Chiefs because how good
wanna
is
see
Taylor
greatness?
Swift's year and Travis Kelsey's year? Like, you're the
gotta
biggest
bet on
selling
them.
female artist of all time. You're on this like crazy world record breaking tour. You meet a man that you finally go public with that you like actually, because she's been so secretive about her dating life. And now she's just like making out with him on the field. I'm
And
kind of like, you go, girl. This is your year. This
Imagine
is your era.
imagine the stretch she could have. So they won the championship yesterday. The Grammys are next Sunday. She could rack up all the awards at that, and then the following week is the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce could
She's
win
going to
that.
be in Japan for a tour, I believe.
Yeah.
On like Saturday night.
Saturday
And
night,
then
she has to hop on a flight
Her
and
private
then
jet.
Flying
make it
on
all
a
the way
private
back.
jet from Japan all the way back.
Yeah,
Because I was
13-hour
like, is she
flight.
going to cancel her thing? But she wouldn't do
Oh,
that
that would
to
be
her
awful.
fans.
Yeah,
For a
she's not gonna
boy.
do that. No.
She wouldn't do that for a boy.
No, she's gonna hop on that jet and fly back as soon as she can.
So she's just gonna sleep. I'm sure she sleeps on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
They
got like
probably
a
have-
luxury. She's probably got a king, California king on that plane.
It probably
I don't know.
do.
I've never
do.
seen a fancy plane before.
She probably does. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the proposal is really gonna happen? Do you think it's
No,
seems
he wouldn't
way
do that
too
publicly.
It seems way too soon.
He's very private. I watch a lot of him and Jason's.
I kind of like the
podcasts.
brothers. I'm not gonna lie. I know everyone's hating on them, but I think I like the brother bond.
There's too
Cool.
much. There's too
They
much
don't
Travis.
like
I like Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Jason Kelsey. Chelsea.
Chelsea,
I just
nice.
made that up.
Wow.
I love Jason. Too much Travis. He's in every
He
commercial.
does seem like he had a reality show, so he does like
Yeah.
the spotlight, and I think that's why he loves.
I think he's a
T-Swifty.
good dude.
It's like a little extra, like, ooh, I like her, and I get more spotlight.
Yeah, he definitely is. Like, I think he's still a good, solid dude.
Good dude.
But
Good,
he
nice
does.
guy.
He says a lot of like, things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's just kind of like a bro. But
Yeah.
but he's a good dude.
Good bro.
Yeah, but like Jason, they're kind of the same way. They're like
Yeah,
Philadelphia brothers. You know,
Brothers from Philadelphia.
just like that's what they
think
remind me
that-
of.
yeah,
They're-
I don't know.
They're good dudes. They're just a little hard nosed. It's just interesting that Taylor, like I always watch them, and I love them. They're great. But I'm like, Taylor
What
Swift
is she seeing?
just does not seem like the dude.
well,
Opposites
what-
attract. She's dated
Opposites.
intellects, artists.
What are their conversations like when they're laying in bed at night?
I
Like,
never think about that.
you know, what are they talking about?
They're both on their side of the bed doing Wordle,
They're
like my
probably-
husband and I.
Right. They're
You
probably
get it? Yeah.
I got it, babe.
Good job.
4
High five,
tries.
Nate.
All right.
That's literally, that's my life.
Yeah, no, that is the basic. They're probably like, what's your plane flight? This life. They have the craziest lives.
They have all the money in the world. They can do whatever they want. It's lovely.
Taylor's got all the money in the world. He probably actually has to look at what things cost.
She pays for things.
Yeah, she's the one handling the bill at the restaurant.
I'm assuming he can
Good.
cover that.
I bet they both
Can he, though?
split seas.
They
They
split
seem like
the
they
bill.
do Dutch.
I'm assuming.
I got me, you got you.
I feel like Travis is taking all the bills. He's a
think?
dude.
Old
He's a
school?
good old school dude. But I think I don't know. I watch
can
him
see
a
her,
lot.
Though. She's like, I can pay for it myself.
They're billionaires and millionaires.
I
Doesn't
know.
even
It
matter.
doesn't. Money's.
No,
They're like.
quick question: when you're with like a person that's got like 10, 20 mil, and you're at the dinner with them, have you ever been with someone like that has a lot of money?
No.
Does it look like I go? I go.
I have-
Like,
so I have-
Hey, what?
I have 2 friends. One is the
You have
CEO
rich
of a
friends.
train company, $100 million.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it's family. Anyways, but I always pay for things, and I'm always like,
Absolutely not. No.
anyways. So then I can't say too much. And then there's a buddy.
They're not taking you out to dinner anymore.
There's a buddy that I have in Lake Geneva, also very wealthy, and I split the bill.
No.
Well, they don't want to be expected to pay for everything.
I thought it was. I like to normalize it. I like to try to
But
keep the
you
money out of
expected
it.
deep down that he'd just pick
I'm
it up.
sorry. If you're a multimillionaire,
I
you
was,
are
I'd
paying
pay-
for everything.
Yes.
If you're my friend and we're
You have
going
money,
out, you're
spend
paying
money.
for everything.
I would pay for everything. That's just who I am. I pay for, like, if I go out for drinks with my friends, I always buy things. I don't
Same.
care.
I did that when I was really poor too.
I just
I
don't.
still
I'm
do
a
that when I'm
spender.
poor.
So like,
not me.
people's happiness over everything for me, and I think you're the same way. Like, I'll just spend. I don't care.
Right.
We're on a night out. I'm like, if I watch people being cheap, it bothers
Oh, yeah,
me.
same.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Drives me nuts.
Like people who will like limit their good time because they're worried about $12. I'm like, nah, dude. Here, buy the bar. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But that's idiotic, probably too.
The next day you wake up, you're like, what did I do yesterday?
Yeah.
$700.
$300 later.
Yeah. No. That happens all the time. But yeah, like I've never been one like at a football game tonight. Like drink as much as you want. We'll just deal with it later, kind of deal. But anyways, with that being said, yes. And deep down, I'm kind of like, why aren't you just buying this?
They should.
I'll buy it because I'm not going to say anything and I want to keep the peace. But if I was a tens of 20 millions of dollars, I would never let people buy anything.
Oh, yeah. My friends would never swipe their
Are
cards.
you the same way?
Yeah. No,
See-
of course. If I was a multimillionaire, my friends would never swipe their cards.
I think it's
I'd be the first one to put my card down.
It's
I got
hard,
it.
right? It's hard. It's awkward.
it's awkward.
It's awkward,
You shouldn't
so-
expect them just because they're rich to pay for things.
But the thing is, it
Life
doesn't
lessons.
matter for them. I think it's all a lesson, though, from people with
Right.
money. That's the weird part about it. You know when it's like, yeah, let's pay and Venmo each other. I'm like,
I realize
this
too,
is like your attempt at acting normal. Just pay for it.
people with money, a lot of money
Agreed.
that
Does
I've
that make
met
sense? No,
sometimes
agreed.
are
Okay.
like nickel and
Okay.
diamond things because
Yes.
that's how they got their money too.
This
Save,
is
save,
true.
save, save,
This
save.
is true. Being frugal, good. Anyway.
All right, let's show this cake of Jason Kelsey's chest hair cake. Sorry, I was changing
Great
topic.
transition.
Let's show this Chef's layer cake. This is smart, by the way. This bakery, they did the
This
frozen.
is
Is it the
really
same one that
good.
did the frozen mustache?
I love his.
The nipples are fantastic. Look at that.
Ooh.
Lots of detail, but then they covered it up with chocolate crumbs. So,
It's really good.
It's very, very good.
so they've been doing these giant cookies, cakes at this Kansas City bakery. So smart.
Those
They
are
like
Andy Reid
sold out.
cookies.
These
Those
are
are Andy
so
Reid
good.
cookies. Yeah, those are great. Yeah, they're going to be in demand over the next couple of weeks for sure. So many Super Bowl parties will have the Jason Kelsey cookie cake.
Dude, he's the man.
He is. He's cool.
So I was watching the podcast on this. I watched her whole hour long. He drank 30 beers, he said. He was like taking shots out of bowling
I
balls.
saw the gross bowling ball.
He was
shot.
out at these bars. He was hanging out literally with the fans all
Wow.
day. Got absolutely blacked
Oh,
out
this is
drunk.
just us. Oh, there
Hi.
we go.
Oh, there you
He
go.
was just like, and his wife. is
I
just
love his
like-
wife's like, be on your best behavior. We're meeting Taylor.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And he's
We're
just
meeting Taylor. He's
wasted.
just
Like,
blacked out.
And he
I love
stole
that you
the
be
show.
yourself.
But he goes,
Be
I don't.
yourself.
He's like, well, I met you when I was blackout drunk. So
I like
he met his
people
wife.
that
They're
are.
so cool.
She seems cool. They
She's
seem nice.
awesome.
They seem normal, which is nice, relatable in a sense.
Yeah, he's like a
you
great
crush 30
dad.
beers on a weekend, and it's fine.
No,
Yeah.
well,
Well,
weekend.
like over the course of
that's a
several
lot.
days.
He's a big guy, though. He's a big.
He's
dude.
a big dude. It probably takes 30 to get him a buzz.
All right, we got to talk about this warm weather.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
been weird.
I know.
Do you like it?
You know what? If it snows now, I'll be angry. Now I'm like, if it gets cold, angry. If
gonna
it snows, I'm angry.
Shake your fist at the sky.
Yes, I'm
curse
old man
the
Simpson
heavens.
from The Simpsons and be angry. It's just
I
'cause
really
it's
don't
too
like
late
it.
now.
It's
Yeah.
really a huge bummer. We had this big combo, me and my dad, and we were saying at my parents. We're like, my dad's like, it's January. You can't act like it's
It's like
spring.
February at this point, actually.
Okay, but even February is middle of winter. We're in the dead of winter right now. So even if it's 40 degrees, you can't like do anything with it.
Yeah.
Where in March, you're kind of gearing up. You're going to the store. You're getting ready for
Yeah,
spring.
that transition is starting.
You're in a transition. You're not in a transition. At some point,
is.
winter will come back.
Really?
I'm
This
assuming
year?
even if it's for only a week, you can't actually sit at 40 for 2 months. We're going to try for like 2 weeks, but
It's wild.
it's
Which
too
I do feel
soon.
bad for, like the events, like the low pitch, the U.S. ski, whatever
the
everything.
ice
championship.
castles that are out there that are having to shut down.
Those are
early.
probably going to be done after this week, I bet, with like
Oh,
40s,
yeah. No, it's
50s,
over.
which
Yeah.
they already kind of realized.
for me, winter's dead. Like it's done. You can't have I mean, this is just it's a once in a 50-year type El Nino. And I
I
didn't.
wonder the impact it's going to have. Like, I know ski resorts can make snow, but it's just not the same, you know?
No, mentally, that's what we were talking. Mentally, we're just not in it. I got all this ski stuff for winter. I'm not going skiing. It's
It's going to be
green
50
grass
degrees on
outside.
Wednesday. I guarantee patios open up. You better believe it, Minnesota.
Fitting.
Look at
Like I
Wednesday.
mean, 47.
You're gonna
is
guess
legit.
50, really?
Today, tomorrow, there's a front coming through, so it's not perfection, but I think we'll still see some peaks of sun and also some drizzle tomorrow morning. Wednesday, I got my favorite models at 49. So I'm at
Wow.
47 just because it's like, who cares? I'm already forecasting a record. And typically, you don't want to forecast records, but whatever.
That's going to be actually warm. That's going to be like I can walk outside
Yeah.
outside with a t-shirt
Yes.
Yeah,
and be
people
comfortable.
will be very excited about it.
This last week sucked. It was crap. But
Yeah,
this
all
next
the
week
fog.
is going to be enjoyable. It's going to
Sunshine.
be sunny, dry.
People are gonna have spring fever, and then when winter does come back, we're all
Right.
gonna be like, "Duh!"
Right.
Because like you said, it's not completely gone yet. We're going to get that one winter storm here in a few weeks.
I've
That's
been-
going to...
I've been through warm winters. I've been through cold winters. I've never been through this type of El Nino winter. This is different.
This is bizarre.
This has
Same.
nothing to do with anything but just this massive El Nino that happened back in 1877, but nobody was around. But if you look back at that year, it's the same deal.
Crazy.
So it's just a once in a century type winter.
I guess we can embrace it, right?
It's hard to
find the
embrace it.
positives.
I don't think I've ever gone through winter, even the warmest ones, without snowstorms.
Much like the Vikings, there's always next year.
Oh, Tom.
Always next year. That's a wrap.